Hello guys, this is War Vortex, aka I am Kaushik. This is my first league racing video with commentary I'm trying to do. So let me know how this one is, that I can maybe improve or just do more videos in the future. But anyways, this is Indian racing community. This is an entire Indian uh, races community. It's just pretty much straightforward there. This one is season 5 and it's tier 2, so we're on the slow tier. But anyways, yeah, let's just see what we can do in this race. uh, Going to the first lap and qualifying here. uh, yeah, coming into this race, did a decent bit of practice, and found a lot of time and felt really comfortable with the track in the practice because I started off really bad. But after doing a lot of practice, to be honest, throughout the week, I did find a lot of time and then a lot of confidence in the track in general. Uh, Anyways, let's just see how this bank lap is. Bank laps, as many would underestimate it, are really important, as we make a mess of that section there. Bank laps give you an idea about like how good is your pace and where you can improve. It just sets a good tone throughout the qualifying to later set a better times, maybe for pole positions or just better qualifying positions in general. So ideally, bank laps are very important. Anyways, go through the max and back. So far the lap has been okay, average I think, at least for a bank lap. Going a bit wide, going through this section here, just losing a lot of time. Just it's about very messy lap, just too stable and then too wide, I guess. But let's see what the final lap time is. It's a 25.0, which is okay. It's not too bad given how many mistakes we did in that lap. But anyways, this is my second lap I tried to do on a new set of soft tires. Yeah, just going a bit wide there and just losing a lot of time, going onto the curb even, just not ideal. So I just decided to back out of that lap and then go on a new set of soft tires, as you can see here, and see what we can do. Going to back kits and then just turning early there and just invalidating the lap. Very unoptimistic, but this is our final lap and our best lap time in this qualifying session. This is on a new set of soft tires we used on the second one we did. Anyways, going through the lap, turn 1, turn 2 pretty stable, nothing to talk about there. Plunking the curb a bit on turn 3, going a bit wide there but cutting back nicely, and getting on throttle pretty nicely. But obviously overall through that section we did lose about half a tenth, as you can see on the delta. Not ideal. We did a 26.9 on the lap sector time, a bit better this time than the first one we did, and through Brooklands as well, getting a better exit. But ideally we could, I think we should have been gaining at least a tenth more. But anyways, going through into maggots and Beckett's, let's see how good the lines are. Pretty good through maggots, but then just going a bit wide into the entry of Beckett's and just losing a lot of time. But on the delta we do gain time, but ideally we did lose time. Getting a bit of tow from the Ferrari ahead, nothing too much, maybe a few hundreds, because this game doesn't have that great of a slipstream. Going into the last section, the Vale chicane, pretty good on traction, no random jerks or anything like that, and we improve by 2 tenths and go 20. Sorry, we retake the pole position and go 24.873. Well, not an ideal lap time, but we gotta do what it is. What it is. So let's just stick to it. Pretty straightforward strategy here for the race. Soft to medium tires, pit on lap 10. Mediums last a long time, so it shouldn't be an issue. Starting the race here after the formation lap. Let's see how good our start's gonna be. As we hold the clutch, there's already a Renault which has bugged out and started way ahead, but we started the race here. Decent exit, not ideal, but still better than the guys behind, so no issues going to turn 1. But then going into turn 3, as you can see, we just clunk that curb and just lose all sorts of traction and stability in the car. That was really bad from my side. I should have paid more attention, should have paid more attention there, if I can speak. But going to the end of the first lap here, yeah, it's just a really bad mistake, some rookie mistake. They're just clunking the curb and then just not able to control the car, save the car from that instability. So we go from pole position back down P10, fighting with the Williams on P9. Let's see what we can do. This guy, the Williams ahead of us, is actually the championship leader. Maybe I'll put in the championship stat maybe in the description or in the video. You can check them out. But this guy ahead is the championship leader. He's a really fast guy, but it is for us. But yeah, we're just fighting with the championship leader now. Trying to get a better exit going into the hangar straight. No, is it hangar straight? I don't know. I don't remember the names of this track exactly. Using too much, to be honest, of the overtake. Going a really wide and pushing him off the track there after that. But you know, I think it's fair enough. Nothing too dramatic. Going here is just, I think I took too much of his space and just sort of picked up my first warning, lifting off, because if I keep on pushing the throttle I just get a warning again there. Going to Max and Beckett is just super understeer because of that dirty air from the Williams ahead. Is just really bad. We just have to sit back here and try to go at it again. Another warning. We look for a move, but we just don't commit to it there. We stay back for this lap. Getting a bit loose on the back end. As you can see, the IRC enabled for this lap onwards. Yeah. Going on to 7th gear because I just couldn't get the RPMs to work for the straight line speed. Oh yeah, that's really awkward, as you can see, because he's just parking the car at the right places for him and wrong places for us. As we can see, a safety car has already been drawn into the race. Now this pushed me onto medium strategy, so mediums can last pretty long, so I decided to box for mediums because I'm already on P10, so there's no point in just waiting out, I guess, because we're not going to get that many positions anyway. Decided to pit a couple of other cars as well. As you can see, we're on medium tires and we decided to go to the end of the race with them. Now coming on to the restart here, a pretty awkward restart, as you can see, because we are long way off the car in front, but everyone will bunch up, as you can see here. Everyone starts bunching up. Just staying behind the Ferrari for now, seeing what we could do. As the Ferrari tries to go and he actually hits the racing point, so I thought we could make a move here, but I saw the Ferrari at the last and decided to not make a move. So it's very awkward racing, to be honest. I'm just not proud of what I did there, but let's see what we can still manage. We use the overtake and we go pretty easy move on the Ferrari there, parking the car right at the exit and just confirming our move. Yeah, just it was a decent move, I guess. Now going on towards Beckett, we had a yellow flag. I don't know which car that was. I didn't see the map there, sorry. Going to Max and Beckett, let's see what we can do here. Very understeer because of the car in front and just not taking the ideal lines as well. Yeah, skipping on to the end of that lap, I think. We're closing to the racing point. We're pretty much stable in terms of position, but this guy is really pretty similar to our pace. At least it should be. He goes a bit wide. I tried to take a better line there, but nothing doing, so we cut back and try to. Oh, that's a really awkward cut back there. But again, we use a lot of overtake just to confirm and just seal this move. As you can see, moving on to lap 7 here. Yeah, just trying to find a good line through Maggots and Beckett's. We close up really fast and get a good exit onto the Renault going into the hangar straight. We deploy more of our ERS and try to just confirm the move again, but then Renault sort of goes wide and just denies the move. This time we try to really brake hard and just push the Renault really wide. We give him space going into the last corner and just confirm the move there, as you can see. So yeah, pretty good move. Now going into lap 8. Get the third warning and get the 3-second time penalty, which is not ideal. As you can see in front of us, our teammate Thermo is struggling a bit through this section, and we get a good exit on him. He's a bit on grass as well, so we try to confirm the lead. We do not use that much of an overtake, but still it was a decent move, not too hard, and yeah, pretty much done with that. So we're starting to make progress through this race, as you can see, even though we started, but I think maybe 4 to 5 guys ahead of us have to pit again. But this, as you can see, the AlphaTauri is trying to go and then hit the racing points. We had to take evasive action, and now I just have to apologize for the guys behind there. It just was a stupid re-entry for me. I think because I was too afraid to, I don't know when the tarmac ended, so maybe I was afraid that I could just drive straight into the grass, so I just tried to enter the track really quickly. That was really my bad, to be honest. Going on lap 10, bit wide through Maggots and Beckett's, but still good enough. But there's carnage ahead and just people tangling with each other, and they're going 3 wide, as you can see. I think there's a bit of damage to some cars. They're going 3 wide, and I saw this as an opportunity and tried to go, but then there's a racing point, and then racing point tried to come onto the track, but we were there, so yeah, he spun out, and now that caused a virtual safety car. So that was just really awkward. I just couldn't do anything. I just tried to keep my nose clean and just tried to not get any wing damage or anything like that, but that was unfortunate for the racing point. Yeah, the Red Devil, as you can see, he just fuming probably and just left the session. But now the car in front is lagging a lot, and we tried to stay close, but then, as you can see, just hit him. And so because we are in the virtual safety car period, we get a 5-second penalty for that. Now, this is the end of the virtual safety car period. We're green flag, as Jeff says. Now let's see what we can do after the virtual safety car. We saved a bit of fuel, and yeah, I think all 3 guys ahead of us should be slower than us. As you can really clearly see, the AlphaTauri really completely loses front wing and just pushes us wide onto the tarmac, and then it's just clumsy racing, probably from both sides, but from me myself, I'm just happy that I didn't get any damage from that. So now they're going 4 wide or something, and as 3 of guys have pit, and then the Renault was caught unaware, so we make the move and stick it, and we just overtake the Renault. As simple as that. Now going after that, we go into lap 14 so around 2 laps later, we got up to the guy in front. We closed around 4 seconds gap and caught the racing point ahead of us. Going into turn 3 of lap 15, and as you can see we tried to get a better exit, but then there's a lag spike and it's just it also causes an understeer, so we go really wide and lose a lot of time, around 2 seconds just from that. But obviously we are gaining that time because we're just faster than him at this point, because he's on worn mediums, I think around 60%. So we're going through hanger straight using the overtake button, trying to get a better exit and then confirming the move, and a decent move, and that should be enough to confirm that as he comes to the pit. So it's not really much of a use to make that move, to be honest. Anyways, we complete lap 16, we're in P2 and the guy in front pits as well, so we're actually in P1 and we're not pitting again. So we have 8 seconds of penalties, and I think we're fighting the guy in P2, which is Chris by the AlphaTauri. So that is the race leader if we don't count our one we're fighting. As you can see, we're setting decent lap times as we go through lap 18. We're really consistent as well. Look at the deltas, doing personal bests even after that much of tire wear. As you can see, lap 21, really consistent times. Really happy with the consistency, probably not my pace but just the consistency which I had. But then Chris By was catching really rapidly after lap 22, so we're in a bit of pressure here, and we tried to gain some time through this section and just try to really put the throttle in, and we just lose the car, as Mattia Binotto from Alpha Max No videos would say. Pronto, Sbinnala. We've already done Sbinnala once and we've done it twice now, and that completely ruined any chance we had of at least trying to get a race win. So yeah, at this point, as you can see, the tire mark came up and the tires are pretty worn. We just can't fight with the guy in front, and he pulled away, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing I could do. The guy behind, he had 3 seconds of time penalty, so we tried to stay ahead of him, and as you can see through the delta, we secure P2 by around 3/10. So at the end, a very chaotic race. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary video. Let me know if anything I could improve or something like that. Yeah, a decent result, but I'm just not happy with what I did. See you guys later, I guess.